Two guys living the dream of entrepreneurship while balancing the tricky act of fatherhood. Join Eric and Brandon each week to share their experiences about growing a business, raising a family, and navigating through life. So go ahead, free up some time you already don't have, and give the Dad Preneur podcast a listen.
All right, we are rolling. You already opened your beer. You opened your beer before we even started recording.
I didn't know we had to start then.
All right, so you want to go ahead and start it off?
Sure, I can start it off. Coming from me live from Brandon Allen's house, Ball Entertainment. We got Eric Bunch here, back from the dead.
Yes.
Dad Preneur.
Yes.
So
back.
how does it feel to be alive?
It feels good, and I'm glad I got over my respiratory infection. Common cold, the doctor said. He said it was just a normal cold. He said, I don't even want to prescribe you any medicine because you're almost better. So I was pretty mad at him for that. So he gave me some heavy-duty cough syrup that works wonders.
Cough syrup.
It does. It works awesome at night.
I know. I remember when we were in Orlando going to your room. It's like the bubonic plague over there, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It just smelled like death. Wow, it's very depressing, actually.
Very depressing.
I had to get out.
So today we're actually going to be talking about health. So we're talking about physical health, mental health, just health in general, how to take care of yourself, both being an entrepreneur and being a father, because those, obviously, I mean, with our young kids, I mean, we've got one of them right here, not one of ours, one of yours.
One of mine.
So
yeah,
this is
awkward.
One of yours. So obviously we're gonna keep
Look, beautiful babies. You see that beautiful face?
She's watching TV right now.
Yes, we are distracting her.
But we have to take care of ourselves to make sure that we're around for a long time. Exactly. So, talking about health, I mean, what kind of things, what should you do to take care of yourself, being a business owner and a father?
First off, you got to have a lot of energy, you know, because you're not having a 9-to-5 job, so you got to be able to grind, so having energy. So how do you produce energy is really just, you know, going out, working out, having the, you know, the fortitude to go forward, man. So, for me, I hit 4:30 in the morning, I go in the gym, I go work out, and I'm ready to go. I'm pumped up, man. I take a pre-workout, I'm good for the day, but I've been doing it for years, you know, so what is something that gets you going?
Well, I don't wake up at 4:30 in the morning.
You should.
No.
Here's what my father told me once. Listen, son, you shouldn't sleep at 12 o'clock. You sleep when you're dead. So I took that literally, you know, so I don't sleep much.
Well, what I go by, sleep is for broke people. So I do get up early. I don't get up at 4:30. I commonly get up at 6, and I'll get up. You know, I do go and walk the dog. So, yeah, I am kind of exercising in the morning. You know, it's maybe not the same thing you're doing.
Okay, how far do you walk them?
How far do I walk the dog?
Yeah, how far do you walk the dog?
I walk to about the front of the neighborhood, and then I walk back to the house. And then I make a cup of coffee.
Okay. It kind of counts, maybe, a little bit.
A little bit. I'm not going to say that it's replacing actually working out, because it's not. But it's doing something. My
biggest pet peeve in the gym, you know, because I like to get in the gym, like to get up. I do circuit training, so I like to have my station set up, get up and go and get out, you know. But I also hit the treadmill. But what I hate was when the treadmill's full and people are just walking on the treadmill. It drives me freaking crazy because it's literally doing nothing for you.
Walking
on the treadmill. You should go walk outside. You get a lot more out of it. But just walking 3 miles per hour on the treadmill, why?
Okay, so here, check this out, though. So, me being diabetic, I can't run on a treadmill. When I run, my blood sugar starts crashing, and then I have to stop, go get a banana, some peanut butter, get the blood sugar back up, and then when I would start running again, it would crash real fast, as opposed to walking quickly at a steady pace. Like, I don't know what the settings are, but I would set mine to an elevation of like 3.0, and then I would set the speed to like 3.5. So it was like kind of like power walking. But that would make sure that my blood sugar doesn't crash real fast. I could get through. I did that for typically about 45 minutes. So, I mean, there's a reason for walking on a treadmill.
Yeah, but not everybody has that reason like you do. That's a good point for you.
That's true.
You know, I see young people younger than me, and they're just walking. You know, it doesn't make sense to me.
They should go walk outside.
They should walk outside. You get a lot more out of it. Plus
Yes.
fresh air.
Yes.
You know, I hate running on the treadmill. I can run longer outside. I just I get to a point on the treadmill, I just get bored.
Do you not watch TV while you're walking or running on the treadmill?
I don't know, who watches TV?
While you're on a treadmill?
Yeah, when you're on the treadmill, I feel like if I go watch TV, I'm going to slip and fall or something. So I got to stay focused.
Oh, really?
Look down, yeah.
Oh, I always watch TV. I'd be watching Netflix.
Well, I'm usually on a depends where I'm going. If I'm going kind of longer distance, like 3-4 miles, I'm at a 7.5. When I'm going a quick mile, then I'm going at a 9.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but I've been doing it for years.
That's pretty fast.
Well, you can think you met Don. Don works out with me. He's my personal trainer.
Yep.
He really pushes me. You know, he did say that eventually he thinks he can get me to dunk on a 10-foot goal.
To dunk on a 10-foot goal?
Dude, if I dunk on a 10-foot goal, it's going to be so awesome.
That will be awesome.
Yeah.
We'll have to make sure that we're there to record it.
Well, he says I have the legs for it.
For several reasons. One, we have to make sure that we have proof when you tell the story that people, you've got something to back it up.
So how I dunk and throw out my back.
Well, we can edit the second part out. We don't need to see the throwing of the back. We'll just make it a magical moment. You dunk, and then it will be glorious and cheering. And
I feel like I should get carried off the court.
But then in reality, we'll be carrying you away.
I should get carried off the court, like the movie Nerds.
Well, I know, but in reality,
champion.
You're going to get carried away for a different reason because you have to go to the urgent care facility.
Listen, I can fake it and be, good for the camera.
Okay.
And then you can just take me to the hospital after that.
Okay, so we'll take you to the hospital after the cheering portion.
Yeah, it'd be worth it though.
That would be pretty awesome.
Yes, it would.
So getting back to the health, I had mentioned that I am type 1 diabetic. So I was actually diagnosed with diabetes when I was young, when I was about 12 years old.
Wow.
And the way I found out is I was in Boy Scouts, and I was on a Boy Scout trip, and they didn't know what was going on with me. I was sweating profusely, going to the bathroom all the time, and they didn't know what was going on. So they called my mom. My mom came and picked me up, and she brought me home, not knowing what's going on. You just gave me Gatorade just to keep me hydrated. Well, my blood sugar was just going higher and higher and higher, and I actually went into a coma. So I went into a diabetic coma. And my mom had called the hospital and said, I don't know what's going on with him, and described the symptoms. They said, hey, he's diabetic. You got to bring him in here right away. She had carried me in, which at 12 years old, I'm sure I was not small. So my mom carried me in, and they had said that my blood sugar was over 1,000 and that I was probably 10 or 15 minutes away from dying.
Oh, wow.
And so I was in the coma for 2 days. I don't remember any of it. I do remember some parts. Catheter does hurt being put in.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I remember that part. But that was about it. And so I woke up. I was told what had happened. I was diabetic, and that I had to give myself shots and couldn't eat sugar, couldn't drink regular soda, sweet tea, all that kind of stuff. You waving at the camera there, Lulu?
Wave. Say hi, guys.
Say hi. We are recording the video of this. This is the first time.
There we go.
Good job, Lulu.
She's ready for film.
So yeah, getting back to that story, obviously the health part, I've got a pretty big reason to make sure to take care of myself.
No, definitely. So what would you say, what is the difference for people that don't know between type 1 and type 2 diabetes?
So type 1, type 2 diabetes, type 1 is juvenile diabetes. versus type 2 is adult diabetes that gets developed later on.
Okay.
And so my pancreas produces 0 insulin, which is why I have to have the shot, or, I mean, I've got the pump now. Mm-hmm. So the pump just goes in my side, and it's just feeding insulin in there all the time.
Wow.
They actually posted an article about breathable insulin, almost like an inhaler. So I was pretty interested in that, because that would be pretty awesome, because then there's no more shots at all.
No, that would be awesome.
So yeah, that's the difference. A lot of people, a lot of adults that are overweight, don't diet right, don't exercise. A lot of them can develop type 2 diabetes later on. They can take medicine to make sure. I've known plenty of people that have started that way. They still don't take care of themselves, and then it develops later on where they have to take shots.
My grandparents, they actually had type 2 diabetes. They were big people. My papa was a preacher. He used to get on the scale. You know how the scale goes to 300 pounds back in the old days? Well, I'd go around one time and go around at 30 pounds. He used to joke with me. He says, "Hey, look, I'm 30 pounds." I'm like, "No, Papa, you're 330 pounds." He used to laugh and giggle, but the thing is, he loved to eat. People always used to bring him meals. I remember as a kid, every Sunday we're going out to eat, but it always had to be a buffet, like Ryan's Steakhouse, Shoney's.
Oh my God, Shoney's.
Yeah.
I used to go there when I was a kid.
I can't stand looking at buffets now because we just went to them so much, and they would just eat. But I always loved the diced ham there, diced ham and salad bar with ranch and crackers. That was the stuff, man. I used to make what's called suicide drinks. I don't know if they still call it that, but you mix all the Coke drinks.
Oh yeah, we used to do that too. We used to go to every now and then up in Virginia. We used to go to Fuddruckers. Fuddruckers. Have you ever been there?
Never been to Fuddruckers.
Okay, next time we go to Orlando, we're going to Fuddruckers.
Fuddruckers it is.
They have an amazing burger, which I know you're already there because of the burger.
Oh, I'm there.
So yeah, so we used to go and mix up, my brothers and I would mix up all the different kinds of soda, and we would, the restaurant was on the middle section, then there was downstairs and then upstairs, and we would just run back and forth all night. We weren't allowed to go there often. This was like every now and then, like maybe once a year.
When we used to go on vacation, stay at a hotel, I just thought was the coolest thing, like Motel 6, what's the other one, Red something?
Red Roof?
Red Roof, yeah, Red Roof, there you go. Stay in those places, I thought was cool. But today, looking at it, I don't want to go stay at those hotels because I know it's there.
Well, yeah, because one of those names sounds like one of your clients.
Yes, it is. Yeah, my type of industry, you kind of watch where you eat and where you stay. You don't really want to think about it,
No.
I tell you what, talking about my grandparents again, I'll tell you best love story never told. They probably should make a movie about it. So my papa, before he met my grandmother, was a skinny man. He was in the Korean War. So when he got out of the war, he met my grandmother. My grandmother's always been a big, beautiful woman. She kind of looked like Roseanne back in her days. Like, she couldn't fit through that door. I loved you, Grandma. God rest your soul. I'm just talking about you, so don't strike me dead. So anyways, my papa, I asked him one time, was looking at his pictures, like, "Papa, how come did you get so big? You used to be, so skinny. Look at this picture." He said, "Son, I got to tell you something. I got back from the Korean War, and I saw your grandmother right there, and I was just smitten by her, like love at first sight. But you know what? I felt like she was lonely because she was a big woman, and I was a skinny guy. So I gained all this weight for her because I love her so dang much. So every time I ate a cheeseburger or ate second helpings, I did it for her because I loved her." That's the best love story you never heard of, right?
Yeah, that's pretty extreme.
Yeah, so he gained about 200 pounds just for her. They used to always, as a kid, so my parents had us young, so I stayed with my grandparents a lot. But they used to always keep these Snickers bars in the fridge. I used to always wonder, why do they have Snicker bars in the fridge? And I was about 5 years old at the time, and we used to sleep in our grandparents' room. They had this big queen bed, but me and my older brother Brad, we always slept on the floor. So it's probably like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I wake up, I hear, and I look up, and my grandmother You know, he's having a little fun with grandfather. You know, and I just remember she said, Earl, I need a break. Let's grab a Snicker bar. So she grabbed a Snicker, ate it, took a break, and they went right back to town. So the mystery of why we had so many Snicker bars in the fridge is because they were making love and needed energy. I bet you won't think about a Snickers bar the same way.
I don't want a Snickers bar anymore.
Yeah, every time I see one, I think of my grandparents.
Yeah, no, I think you've taken care of Snickers bars for me.
There you go. You're welcome.
Yeah,
helping you lose weight.
Yeah,
away Snickers.
Now it's going to be. I'm not even going to mention others because you might have a story that would.
I got many stories, man.
Yeah, I don't need to hear more any stories that will turn me off of chocolate bars. Not that I'm eating chocolate bars. I'm not eating chocolate bars.
Maybe once in a while.
It's a nice dream to have. All right, changing the subject.
Let's change the subject.
Yeah, now that we've grossed out Snickers bars, so back to health. So we've talked about physical health. We've talked about taking care of ourselves, both for our kids and now during business. Like how are you taking care of yourself? Like during business hours, because my wife had said, well, now you own your own business now that means you get to take a lot of time off, which is really not the case, because when you start a new business, you have to spend a lot of time in the business, and you're pretty much spending, in most cases, double the amount of time. So, me personally, I'm out and about in my car for pretty much the whole day. So what are some ways that you found to avoid unhealthy food and still taking care of yourself while, being in your car all day?
So when I first started being on the road, I used to carry snacks with me, healthy snacks. I used to pack it before I go, making pre-meals. And, I knew this about myself. If I let myself get hangry, I'm looking for Burger King and getting a Whopper. I can't control it. But if I have snacks and I eat every few hours, it keeps the hangry away, and I can avoid it.
Normally hangry, like after the commercial, that'd be a Snickers bar, but we can't do that again because you just ruined Snickers bars for me and potentially our
actually would be a really good commercials for Snickers bars. Think about it, man. How many more people could get Snickers bars? Hey, energy to make love. Eat a Snickers.
It's possible.
Yeah, Snickers, you're welcome. Great video. Should make one.
I don't want to be part of that one. So yeah, when you're out and about all day, it's easy just to go and get fast food, go somewhere, get something quick meal. But at the end of the day, you're spending more money, and potentially that's unhealthy food for you. So what I've done is I've packed a lunch in the morning, and I'll make sure to have enough water and drinks for me throughout the day. So I'll pack like a little cooler.
You got going.
Well, not necessarily. Like I'll pack a lunch, but then I'll make sure, because I'm out, I'm working outside a lot, and so I might go through 4 or 5 bottles of water. One bottle of water won't do me for a whole day.
So the rule of thumb with water, it's got half of your body weight, so in ounces. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you should, do 100 ounces. So about a gallon a day should be good.
Yeah, a gallon and a half is what I normally try to target.
Yeah, I'm about the same gallon. It's
like eight bottles of water. Isn't that what it is?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
That'd be close to.
What I like to do usually is just get a chug of a gallon of a bottle and just pour water in every day and drink it. That's how I usually measure it and keep up with it.
Okay.
It helps me. Yeah, really just got to prepare your day like on what I used to do. I haven't been doing it lately. I got to get back to it. I get distracted a lot and get too busy. But Sundays I would grill a lot of chicken, and I would make it last for the week, and I would just pack it with me.
So you're doing like meal prep?
Yeah, meal prep stuff.
Which meal prep is huge.
No, it is.
Meal prep is very popular right now, and there's coaches out there that will teach you how to do it. One of my clients, actually, they used to do meal prep training, and they would do the exercises, do the classes, things like that, but then they would train them how to purchase all the products and how to plan for that 7 days, and really make sure it's on a budget too, because that's kind of a big deal. Because eating healthy is expensive.
It is. That's why we have an obesity problem in America, because it's easy to eat cheap, and quick. Versus you try to eat healthy, it's expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, try feeding the family, getting whole food. Adds up.
It does. It's really expensive.
All right, back at it. So we're talking about mental health.
Mental health.
So really, for me, mental health, you gotta take some me time. Because you when you're in business, or at least for me, you're thinking about others, and you really forget about you and what you need.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta take, maybe schedule some time during the day where you just focus on you a little bit, something that relaxes you, like a hobby, something like that, just to unwind. Like for me, at the end of the day, the way I kind of turn everything off before I go to bed is I watch a movie, I watch a little bit of TV, because I can just turn it off and not think about anything, and it helps me relax.
Yeah.
Or listen to music. I'm an 80s guy, so I like to listen to 80s music. I've been going through this whole Dirty Dancing soundtrack again for some reason since I left Orlando. I don't know why.
What did Orlando have anything to do with it?
That's why I don't know. I just started listening to Dirty Dancing.
Were you and Vince visiting all kinds of crazy places?
We went to a dinner and a show. I guess they don't have that in Tampa, but in Orlando, right across the hotel, there's just dinner and show with these really beautiful women. It's Colombian, Spanish music and food. We went there and hung out.
I think they have those in Tampa. They're just maybe not as classy as that was.
This one was very classy. It's not one of those funny places. It's actually legit classy stuff. It was expensive too. That's the downfall.
So the last episode, you and Vince recorded. You had Vince on there as a guest.
Old Snipes.
Snipes. He filled in for me. Thank you, Snipes, for filling in while I was under the weather. You guys talked about stress. So mental health
Likes to stress.
I mean, that has a lot to do with stress and stress relief. How you deal with it.
Yes, it does. I mean, like you said, you got to schedule you some me time, because if you don't, you're going to go crazy, because you're going to go, and then you just burn out. So if you don't have that time to yourself just to unwind, then you're going to have a breakdown,
Yeah. Vince spent a lot of time talking about make sure to balance your day, if you will, and make sure that you've got time to yourself. Now Vince doesn't have any kids. He is married.
He's got dogs.
He's got dogs?
Right? Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Here's the thing about Snipes. Me and Snipes grew up together, and when we were young, I used to have these Dalmatians at our house living in the country, and Vince was so scared to come to the house. He was afraid of dogs, but he met his wife Denise, and he got over it because she loved dogs, and now he's a dog person. But I never thought.
Does he really? What kind of dogs does he have? Like big dogs or little dogs?
They're small dogs. They're small.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's a starter.
Like yappy dogs?
Yappy dogs, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're cool dogs.
Are they? My experience in
I
photography.
like the bigger dogs,
Yeah, bigger dogs I get along with.
Oh, go show mommy.
Mommy,
Mommy, you need batteries, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Vince didn't like dogs. Now he's a dog lover.
That's good.
Yeah.
So, we talked about, doing something for yourself. And I know with running a business and having kids, there's always something going on. I actually saw a really funny meme on Facebook the other day. It was from the original Die Hard movie.
Oh, that's like my favorite movie ever.
Have you seen the meme going around?
I have not.
It was a scene with Willis. Like it must have been towards the end. He's wearing his wife beater, totally,
Why do they call it
bloody.
wife beater, by the way?
I don't know.
That's weird, right?
It is a weird name. I don't know for any tank top. That way
White tank top, yeah.
White tank top. That way we don't get you
anybody.
Distracted.
Yeah.
So
by the way, with this bald head now, people are telling me I look like Bruce Willis.
See, you're gonna like this meme. So he's in the middle of everything, all the action in the movie, and the meme says already doing 169 things. Now the kids want something, and the meme is him throwing something down, going, "Fine, you know, he'll go and get it." It's actually really good.
It actually, describes business owners and being dad. You're doing so many things, and it's hard to balance everything because you got so much on your plate and so much to do, not enough time.
But we talked about time management, so we talked
really
about some ways to help with that. So yeah, I mean, you're already doing so many things, you know, as a business owner, and then as a father, you know, getting home, you know, helping the kids out. Like right now, my kids it's big with homework. So
Yes.
homework is a really important time, making sure we read to them and things like that. But I mean, there's always so many things going on. You still have to make sure to organize your day. So for me, the nighttime is when I can get a couple of minutes to myself and collect my thoughts for the day. Sometimes I'll break out the computer, go ahead and get a couple of things done. You know, the day that I used to, it seems like it's worse now. I get more emails Sunday, like maybe like right after
You're talking
church
about
time.
Sexy Sundays.
Sexy Sundays.
Sexy Sundays.
So
Yeah.
like around like 11 o'clock, my email will start going off, and I just get frustrated. I'm like, come on, like this is Sunday at 11 o'clock. So whatever that time frame, there's a lot of people starting to catch up on all their activities that they have to do.
Yeah, for me, I get my emails mostly usually manic Mondays. Mondays are crazy for me.
Mondays.
Yeah, the other thing is why I wake up 4:30 in the morning. So nighttime I don't really get a break, but I wake up in the morning because that's my quiet time. That's my me time. That's why I get up so early. So I wait till later, everybody's up, and then when everybody's up, I'm not getting a break.
That's true.
Yeah, so that's why I like to wake up early, just to unwind and pretend I'm 16 again and nobody's around.
Yeah, no one's around.
Yeah, just me.
See, I have to be careful because my kids are very light sleepers. So I get up early, I start doing some things. There's a good chance that they're going to come downstairs and say, "Daddy, what's going on?" And then it's over. Like, they're not going back to sleep at that point.
No, they're definitely not. That's why, like, sometimes when it's like, 5, then it's 6:30, 7 o'clock, then I hear the kids getting up. I'm like, man,
Almost made it.
almost made it, man. I was
Well,
relaxing.
you know the one day that the kids will sleep in, right?
When?
Mondays.
Mondays. Manic Mondays.
The one day that they have to start getting up, that's the day they want to sleep in. Not Saturday and Sunday. They wake up and they say, "Do I have school today?"
Yeah.
Well, no. And then Monday they say, "I want to sleep."
I want to go to school, right?
Well, you had Saturday and Sunday to sleep in. You missed your opportunity. Get up, brush your teeth. Let's go.
My daughter, though, when she goes to daycare, she goes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. She is super excited, ready to go to school. Where it's landing. Oh, man. Dude, do I got to go? Yep. Or he'll come to me, like, at the end of the day sometimes when I pick him up. And he's like, "Dude, I had a rough day. Can you just give me a Whopper?" So I know he's my boy.
That's what he said?
Yeah, just give me a Whopper, dude.
That's
I had a rough
amazing.
day. I know, right?
I had a rough day. Give me a Whopper.
Yeah.
That's an incredible story. You should have been so proud of him that day.
I was very
Did you
proud.
shed a tear?
I did a little bit.
You should have.
I did. My dad told me once, "Son, if it ever came between you and a burger and a woman, I'm afraid you might go for the burger." That's probably half the time he's probably right.
Going for the burger?
Going for the burger. Depends what kind of mood I'm in.
Okay.
As a kid, though, I used to thought the best job in the world was working at Burger King because you're around burgers all day, man.
Well, what about like an actual like real like burger place? Like, I want to go find an independent place. They've got their own recipe. That would be cool.
All right, so what's the best place you've been? Best burger place you ever ate at?
Now that you said that, I'm trying to come up with. I don't eat a ton of burgers.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
American thing to do.
I don't know. I don't eat a ton of burgers.
Huh. So
I mean, I'd rather just stay home, go get the stuff myself, and make a burger.
I can see that,
But some of the burgers that I have had that are really, really good is from Kelly Days, and we're actually going to be recording an episode out of Kelly Days, and we're going to have Alex on the podcast coming up in the next couple of episodes, and we're going to be doing it at Kelly Days. So we could record it, we could have a beer, and we could have a burger while recording it.
We should have a burger off.
Burger off?
Yeah. Who makes the best burger in Tampa, man?
Okay. I think that's a great idea.
Burger off. That's what we're going to call it, burger off.
All right, so I think we've taken up enough of your time for today, but make sure to tune in to the next episode. We've got a lot of big plans, as I just said. We're going to have Alex Canassi on here in the future. He's going to be talking about a really cool project him and I are working on that you're going to, maybe you won't. A lot of women have been contacting me to say, hey, I want to help on this project.
I'm in.
So maybe you can help out on this project. But Alex is going to be on to talk about that. We're going to do it down at Kelly Days, and we've got some other guests that are going to be on. We've been talking to Sean Yesner. So we're going to have him on in the future. And then we had talked about having a woman on here as a visitor. So we've got some cool things coming up. So we're going to go ahead and sign off. Tune in next time. Say bye, Lulu.
Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Say bye.
Zhou Qinghua.
Bye-bye.
Zhou Qinghua.
Ciao.
Peace.
Thank you for experiencing the Dadpreneur podcast. Tune in next week for another unpredictable episode. To be a guest speaker, send us a message on the Dadpreneur Facebook page.